preparing. All right, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the third annual BS3 Network Awards. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We are live right now on YouTube. So if you are tuning in, drop a comment on the YouTube channel so we can see who you are. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. The third annual BS3 Network Awards. This one is special because we've grown so much over this year. So we'll be having a variety of different things we'll be talking about on tonight's show. I'll do some introductions. Then we'll go into some memories that we've had over this year. And then we'll get straight into the awards and we'll have some final remarks. So to kind of go around the room and let everyone know who's here. We have to my left, Ivan Dawkins. He's the Creative Services Director. He is very instrumental in what we do here at BS3 Network. And he is part owner as well. So very active in what we do. We have Rabia Grace. I think I got it right this time. Somebody give me a round of applause.
Yes.
There you go, Courtney. There you go, Courtney. That's the comedic genius I'm looking for out of you.
Got a little bit.
I've been practicing. So she is co-host of Life Happens, comes on Wednesday nights. And let me back up, Queen 3 and King, which Ivan Dawkins is on, and the forecast. The forecast was last night. Queen 3 and King would be tonight, but Queen 3 and King graciously allowed us to do the award show tonight. So thank you guys for that. Then we're gonna go to my main man, David Wilkes, AKA Mayhem, AKA, did I say that? AKA, what was that? What'd I do?
Yeah,
David Wilkes, co-host of the forecast, also the unofficial chef of BS3 Network. And then we'll go to, it says Irene Sutter. She is the executive assistant. She does an amazing job at keeping everybody in contact and getting everybody, getting everybody in the loop. So thank you for everything that you do. And my dad, which is right next to her, Ben Jr. I'm the third, he's Junior, co-host of the Suds of Rust podcast. And he also does a great job as a support for the network and a support for Suds of Rust.
And before you move too far off this executive administrative assistant, I need everybody to know that she keeps us in line. So I see how she used to mother Trey, because she be keeping him in line and she keep me in line. I say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, during all the meetings and stuff. So understand, she got y'all best interest at heart, and she is not afraid to speak up. So this ain't just no regular executive administrative assistant. She owns the role.
Yes, that is facts. That is facts. All right, so we're gonna continue to go along. We have it just says Dawkins, but that is Pastor D.P. Dawkins of Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. Comes on Sundays at 11. A powerful word, but also worship. So they're giving praise during that service as well. He anchors part of that Sunday for us. Then we're going to go to Andre A.J. Jones, radio legend in the building. He hosts the Lunch Break sports show, which is on Monday through Friday from 12 to 1. So whenever you tune in to BS3 TV, he is on at 12 on the dot. Does an amazing job, great guest, covering not only Houston, which is where he's located, but HBCUs, which I respect a lot about that, because I'm a Morehouse graduate. So and we got some other HBCUs in the building too.
And if you tune into the Lunch Break Sports Show, he's gonna play his Cole Johnson created commercial about 3 times during that hour.
Yes.
I don't know how he fit it in, but he gonna play his commercial. You hear me?
he gonna do it. That's no doubt about that. He is very very happy with that commercial. And big shout out to Cole Johnson. He's not able to be on, but Cole Johnson has done some amazing commercials for almost every show, and he's still working. You know, there was a little birdie that told me there's a Marriage is Real commercial that's out there. So he is working on different shows and getting us and presenting us in a great light. So I love Cole Johnson. I've known him for about 10 years. So man, he's good people. Next I would say Nicole, but I just see Nicole's ceiling fan and a bedspread was right there.
There she is.
Excuse me, I had to take care of something.
All right, no problem. No problem. So we have Nicole, that is the senior queen of Queen 3 and King, come on Tuesday nights at 7. And then we're gonna go, the queens are all listed together. Look at that. Look how God working out. And then we got Alicia there, baby queen, the co-host of Queen 3 and King. And then we got Mika, the middle queen, the queen of Tulsa. I heard it was something.
And just understand something.
Back or something like
Just
that.
understand something, being they all sitting together, because that's how I instructed them to come in. I said, when y'all come in, y'all sit together now, because I don't want no stuff. I want to know where y'all at. And I need to find it.
He's going he fibbing.
There you go. And then we have next to Mika, the lovely Amy Mckenz, co-host of Raising a YBK. YBK stands for Young Black King, with her son Messiah. She's been on a little bit of a hiatus, and she'll be coming back. All her episodes are up on the channel. So all of these shows, if for some reason they're not maybe dropping a show that week, there is content on the channel. You'll be able to find it there. BS3 TV on Roku. If you have a Roku device and you have not added it yet, that's your homework assignment. So the next time you see me, make sure you do that. Check out all these shows. Homework, yeah. You know what homework is.
I don't have it today.
And before I go any further, this is my daughter Ari here. She is co-host of the Ari and Daddy show, and I purposely put her name first because she's the more talkative, but also she's been pushing me to want to do a show. So our show is on Saturdays. Some Saturdays, whenever we kid movie come out, we do kid movie reviews. So she is here. She'll be cheering everybody on and maybe doing some co-producing if some other people come in.
Maybe passing out some more words.
Maybe.
Because there's something
virtually.
Oh.
All right, and then we have the one and only Courtney Harden, one of the original members of BS3 Network when it was BS3 Radio when we originally started. He's one of the first shows that joined, and one of the first sports shows other than myself at that time. So he's been riding with us for a long time. Host of The Real Deal with Courtney Harden, comes on Saturdays, and he's doing shows throughout the week. So he does a great job at the content he puts out. And then we have a new show host, the one and only Keisha, Miss Keisha, K-Rap, Keisha Hale. K-Rap, y'all may not know what the K-Rap is. If y'all watch any shows, then y'all may know.
You gotta tune in. You don't know what you
gotta
missed.
tune in to find out. But she is a co-host of Perspective, which will be debuting this Thursday. So you definitely need to tune in to that. It is with Keisha, Toya, and Eric Butler. And that's going to be coming up this Thursday. So thank you, Keisha, for coming aboard, being a part of BS3 Network. Then we have the one and only Justin Carraway, the hooper of BS3 Network, probably the best hooper on BS3 Network. And, I'm trying to look and see. I don't know. I'm trying to look around and see.
The way his hamstrings are set up, I don't know about that.
Hey man, they ain't been right since.
I know it. I heard that joker pop from McKinney to Anna, boy.
Hey, and Ben, what color is your jacket, man? It's throwing me off a little bit. I like that.
It's a turquoise blue. You know, my style, I told my stylist is fit me in something that's different. And I'm a North Carolina fan, so it's blue all day, even though we lost in the championship game. That's another story. That's another story.
I don't know.
But Justin is co-host of Elevate, which comes on Thursdays with CJ Boyd. That is a show that you have to watch for various reasons. And you got to watch it on Thursday to find out why those various reasons that I'm talking about. But it is entertaining, versatile, and it really touches on the young, the middle, not necessarily the old, but the young and the middle. It really touches.
Have your urban dictionary with you when you watch it, so you
Exactly.
can decode.
Make sure you have that up. If it's an Urban Dictionary app, make sure you download that so you be ready. All right, then we got the one and only John Pimp C. Lewis in the building. He is co-host of Man Talk Mondays with Derek Smith. Derek Smith is also down below there. They do a great job with their show and really touching on those topics and hitting those topics hard, not just brushing over the topic, but hitting it hard and knocking it down. And I love what they do on Monday nights. That comes on at 7 right before the forecast. And then we have Dr. Selena Smith. She is host of Teaching Through the Eyes of Trauma. That's on the audio side of BS3 network. And that podcast comes out on Mondays. She does an amazing job touching on trauma and how students, how teachers, how parents have to go through that and what they experience. And she's an educator herself. And so she does a great job. Thank you for coming on. And then Derek Smith, the other co-host of Man Talk Mondays, the thought engineer. And also he has a show on Sunday called Overcomers Empowerment Ministries that comes on at 10. He kicks off that Sunday morning of that spiritual Sunday praise and worship. And he hits those topics as well that need to be talked about that aren't sometimes talked about in the church. So thank you, Derek. So that is everyone that is present. As some other people will come in, we will shout them out.
And let's give one, before we move to the next segment, let's go to one of our hosts real quick and get him a little love. And that is Mrs. Rabia Wood, or Rabia Wood, as AJ calls her. And she has released a book, and it is out on Amazon, along with her co-host for her Saturday morning show. And it is called Experience God's Grace with Affirmations. And that is by Teresa, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, and Rabia Wood.
Teresa Ngena.
Yeah, so pick that up on Amazon, and I got the Queens their copies here with me. So the next time y'all come clean up my house, y'all can pick up your copies.
Clean up your house.
ain't getting that no time soon. It's not live. I have to clean up that house.
Yeah. And quit burning my sheets too.
All right, so that is everyone that is tuning in. Thank you for all those that are tuning in on YouTube. Like I said, we're live on YouTube. Drop us a comment. Shout out your favorite show. And also, Doc, if you want to show some or all of tonight's.
No, I ain't gonna show all of them. I'm gonna show one of them because they gonna all look the same. So we have the trophies for our main categories, which is your New Kids on the Block, which is the best podcast intro, most consistent, best sports cop podcast, those things, the Loft Award. They are all these trophies, which have our logo nicely engraved. You got a microphone on top and you got the category down below. And those are right at about 10 inches or so, somewhere in there, 8 to 10 inches. And then for the Granddaddy, which is the podcast of the year, as you can see the difference in size, that thing is about 20 inches or so, 22 inches. So it's just a larger version of this trophy. And this design, the award shop liked it so much that when I went to pick these up, they had the old office saying, "Can you unwrap those so I see that?" and whatnot. Those color combinations hadn't been used before and whatnot. That's a sharp trophy. So these trophies turned out well. This is one of the things that Mama Sutherland was fussing at us about too. So I had to sneak and get them done and just show her the finished product and hope she was okay with it.
I don't know what we're gonna do with him tonight. If I had the mute button, I'm gonna leave that alone though.
Ben, you're muted.
Yeah. We stepped it up from last year, and that's the vision is to step it up each year. So the first year, oh man, so interesting enough, I got the first year award on my desk, which I'll go ahead. This was the first one. You see how small this is?
Wow.
I'm surprised this hadn't broken in half, but I appreciate those that've been rocking with us from the beginning, because this was the first one. And you can see where we are now. And last year was a little bit of a step up. So each year we're going to continue to increase this. The next year plan is to have this in person. So mark your calendars. It'll be around this same time, last weekend of August. We're going to have it in person here in Texas. And that's the goal. Maybe at our house. And so that's the goal, going into 2023 is what we're kind of looking to do. So, all right. So without further ado, let's move on to the next stage, which is some of the memories. The first year I started this just to have to share some memories over this past year, because the year goes by fast, number one. But number two, there's so many different things that happen that I think it's important that we share as a group. And it's good to see us all, in one place. So I had a variety of different people that sent over some memories, and then also we're opening up for a couple minutes for some, you know how you do in the funeral, some 2 minute remark. 2 minute. I'm gonna need somebody to get a bell or something, because somebody pass around that box of tissue. But memories, a couple of the ones that I have that were sent over to me. The BS3 Network worship/meet and greet. I thought that was great. Obviously, for the ones in Texas, we went to service at Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. Then from there, we visited over to Dawkins' house and had a really good time, really getting to see each other, being able to, have fun. We had some fun in the pool. Ari had fun in the pool.
And now I know how to swim.
Now she knows how to swim. But that was fun. Another one, the Friday night special, the comedy versus. That I thought was a very great memory for me, because I was not expecting that at all. It was still funny because John and Doc is just naturally funny, but also just a part of recognizing me in the way that you guys did. I appreciated that a lot, as well as my family appreciated that too. The Roku launch. And I want to give a shout out to James Padula of the Padula Show. This was actually a suggestion he made. And originally I didn't know, where to even start, where, how I was going to go. But, just did a little bit of research and we got to, where we are now with the Roku channel, which we're still young in this. We're going to be growing and pushing over this next year as well. So that was big. And going back to the comedy versus, when John was trying to cross his legs on that promo, that was almost as good as the whole comedy special.
And he still ain't been able to cross his legs, so we still working on that.
Right.
Grown men don't cross their legs anyway. That ain't how we see it anyway.
And let me give a shout out to Jamie Johnson. She just put a comment in, "Hey, BS3 family, Marriage is Real is in the building. Couldn't be on the Zoom tonight, but we're here. Congratulations on the 3rd annual award show." Thank you, Jamie. And Damian, host of Marriage is Real, which is on Tuesdays. Again, one thing I appreciate about this network is that we hit the topics. We don't dance around the topics. We don't pretend to talk about the topics. We talk about the topics that are going on, and they touch on those with marriage, and they're a wonderful couple. All right, so one of the other ones was watching the forecast, and just the absolute fools that we are on Mondays. But we that's another show where, again, we hit the topics. That was another memory somebody added. A-Trap's party, which that was this month actually. And so that was another kind of a meet and greet. We're able to hang out and chill with people. And there's all the new shows. I mean, there's so many new shows. it was a list that was about a page long, which I think that's a testament to you guys. They're joining this network because they see the quality of content that we have, and just that's on here now. Andre, DP Dawkins, Man Talk Mondays, Elevate, Queen 3 and King, The Forecast. Those are some of the shows. Perspective, which is going to be debuting, and Teaching Through the Eyes of Trauma. So those are just some, but there's a lot of different new shows. So
yeah, and let me comment on that being the new show aspect of it, because every show that I courted and was fortunate enough to sign, they made the same comment. And I remember specifically when Andre said, he goes, "Oh man, y'all for real, y'all legit," and what was unique about that for me, or interesting about that for me, is because I considered their shows top notch. They didn't need BS3 Network to make their shows. They already had quality content, and so for them, they had to see the quality there for them to be willing to join it. So it's a mutual respect, to say the least, and I think that's huge.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right, so we'll open it up. If there's any other memories that anyone wanted to share, there is a option at the bottom. You can raise your hand, but just take yourself off of mute. You can take yourself off of mute. I know that you got something to say. You can just raise your hand. I can see it. So anybody has anything they want to add to memories of this third year? Anyone?
Okay, I'm an educator. I don't like dead silence, so I'll hop in, Ben. I'm just gonna say it's not even a memory per se. It's just the support that everybody gives one another. So jumping in during the week and just supporting one another. I feel like I see y'all every week, but we're just simply supporting each other on the podcast. So I just appreciate the support that we give one another throughout the week, even if we're tired, we're drained, or we're going through something on our jobs or with our families. I just appreciate the support. So I just wanted to share that and let y'all know that we see you, we see each other. If we keep supporting each other, there's no telling where this network can go.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. I think that part is vital, and that was one of my biggest things, is to be able to for us to support each other. So that's why you see me posting all the shows in the chat. I know sometimes it can be a lot, but you just never know which show you may gravitate to, or which show you may want to put a comment in on, or which show that hey, I forgot that came on. So that was the vision, is to have a group where we support each other, but also other people from the outside support us. So that was big.
And another good thing about that being too is that there are days to where you're not feeling your best. You're drained, you didn't have a good day at work, something. And our shows are generally going to be full of laughter. I have personally seen my queens come on, and when they came on, I was like, man, I don't know if they're going to make this, and shoot, 10 minutes in, they back, Mika a couple of weeks ago was frazzled at the beginning of the show. And I'm like, okay, we got some trouble tonight. And so I get the same effect sometimes by tuning in to other folks' show. Mondays, Manic Mondays, Blue Mondays, tune in to Man Talk Monday and watch that go away. Tune into The Forecast and try to be mad when you get through watching those shows. It ain't happening.
Yeah, that's facts. And there's a lot of times when we've had conversations in the green room of The Forecast where I wasn't having a good day, and I was like, yeah, I may not even be able to do this. And then once you get into talking about whatever that topic is, you start to forget about whatever was going on. So 100% agree with that. All right, Justin.
I just wanted to piggyback off of Mika, as well as saying that this network feels more of a family feel to it than anything. I think that we all can agree that if we call on each other, whether it's about the shows, whether it's about the network, or just life advice, there's always some type of jewel or some type of nugget that is being dropped that's helping people in their lives and helping people grow and get a better understanding of what society is today whether it's from a spiritual aspect, whether it's from a financial aspect, whether it's just from your day to day. I think we have everything that you need, and we're continuing to grow. And I'm just excited and proud to be a part of this family.
Definitely. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Justin. All right. Anyone else? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. In the name of Jesus Christ. All right. You want to say something? You got your hand. It's okay. Go ahead. If you got a memory you want to share, you.
Maybe there might be a new show coming.
Not right now. No, that's not a new show yet. But I want to bring up having music videos and stuff on the channel. So that's a memory for me, because I enjoy music, and I wanted to have a platform that included music. So for those of you watching, we have music videos, we got rock and roll, we got gospel, we have hip hop, and we're looking to expand. So whatever type of music that you have, we want to make this a diverse network where everyone will be able to find something when they come upon the network. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the awards. We can go ahead and get into the awards. And so this part of the ceremony, which everybody's been waiting for, and the first category is New Kids on the Block. And before I go any further too, I'll say this. The voting was done in the BS3 network group. That's where it will be held really from here on, because number one, it's a centralized place, but number two, I didn't realize how many people it brought to the group, and how many people came in and was joining the group. So that was very integral in what we did. So let's go ahead and get to our first presenter, and that person is none other than Ivan Montag. Dawkins.
Hey man, don't give my government name. I may be on probation or something, man. You don't know nothing about that. Well, yes, thank you, Ben. Good evening once again. Welcome to the 3rd annual BS3 Network Awards. My name is King Doc. Our first category and awards category is New Kids on the Block. No, this has absolutely nothing to do with that boy band that Dr. Selena and Mckenz was all a rave about when they was 7 years old. New Kids on the Block is about the new podcast to the network. Now, unfortunately, okay, good. Somebody saved me, man. That technology is amazing, and I love it, man. So again, this is about the new podcast on the BS3 network. And nominees in this category may have been podcasting for years on other networks or platforms, but they are new to the one and only BS3 network. And the nominees are, thank you for my envelope, I appreciate that. Yes, you may go. The nominees were Marriage is Real with Damian and Jamie Johnson, Life Happens with Robbie Wood and Kim. The Lunch Break Sports Show with radio legend AJ Jones, who got his start on WKRP in Cincinnati, and Man Talk Mondays with Derek Smith, the thought engineer, comedian John Yogi Lewis, and the producer Dr. Selena Smith. And let me open this envelope right here. And our first BS3 Network Award of the evening goes to Fox 4 News. Those in Dallas know about Sean Rabb, so y'all get that power. It goes to Man Talk Monday. Well, you're a fool. Well, you're a fool. So if you'd like to have remarks, this is the time for a short acceptance speech. Since you're the only one present, you can go ahead.
I just want to say I dreamed all my life of coming to BS3, winning the Newcomers Award. When I was little, I had sat on my daddy's knee and I said, BS3. And he said, you know what? You're going to win that award, son. I just thank God for y'all accepting us into the family, man. Real talk. It's been nothing but a blessing, and we appreciate all the support that we get, man. Again, thank you guys.
Yeah, we can meet, and I'll give you this trophy as soon as you give me the money, you owe me.
All right. Derek and Selena, you guys want to say anything?
Thank you.
No, I don't know if y'all can hear us, but we definitely appreciate you all. Appreciate being on this network. I'm looking forward to great things in the future.
Yes, sir. And happy anniversary to Derek and Selena. They're celebrating.
Let her get some dessert since it's y'all anniversary, man.
Thank you.
All right. So our next presenter is the one and only Micah, the middle queen from Tulsa. And she'll be presenting the best podcast intro.
Good evening, everybody. And let me go ahead and clear this up. I am not from Tulsa. There's nothing wrong with being from Tulsa, but Ted, my brother, likes to lie a lot. So I have to correct a lot that he does. So I am from the amazing Queen 3 and King podcast, and I'm here to present to you the best podcast intro. I would say that I wrote some of them, but that's not why Jesus died for me to be lying. So here are your nominees. I was expecting some music, but it's good. Kicks and Bricks, Man Talk Monday, The Forecast, and Suds Are Us podcast. And the winner is Man
Talk Mondays.
Congratulations.
I just want to say,
John, we didn't ask you to speak yet. You gotta respect the presenter. You gotta respect me, John. You gotta respect me.
My bad. Go. Do you think?
John, would you like to say anything on behalf of your podcast? Your turn.
I just want to thank everybody for dancing and coming up with a line dance for the podcast intro. I appreciate that. Y'all didn't have to do that, but you did it anyway, and I appreciate that, man. Much love. And I just want you to know before I go, I stayed up late nights rapping and putting that podcast theme together. So, but I don't want to take no credit.
Don't storytell.
Thank you guys. See you.
All right.
Eric and Selena.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the young man that does our intro, Antonio Drake, up and coming artist. Has a new album out, Dreams and Distractions. So be looking for him because he's doing big things as well. But he's the one that blessed that podcast intro for us. So just want to make that be known.
Awesome. Congratulations to Man Talk Mondays once again. And I'll say this, man, the support for Man Talk Mondays, I'm not gonna say it blew me away, but I was impressed and proud. I'm proud to have you guys on the network because it was people, coming from underneath rocks and from clouds. I mean, with phones, I was like, man, they everywhere. But that shows the support that you guys have. And that was my main thing. Hey, share it to those people that support you. And I think we could clearly see the support that they receive.
Yeah, every 30 minutes, I was getting 14 new people want to join BS3 network group. 9 people want to join BS3 network group. 21 people want to join BS3 network group. I'm like, I got another job. This ain't all I do.
All right, our next presenter is the one and only David Mayhem Wilkes, and this is for the most consistent podcast. With this one means a lot as well, because week in, week out, you got family, you have kids, you have jobs, you have things going on, and the
Technical
podcast is normally
difficulties.
your second, your second or even lower priority, depending on what you have going on that day. So go ahead, David Mayhem Wilkes.
Well, good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope the day went well. Of course, if it's Monday or Tuesday, it's me. I'm popping up somewhere showing support. But my name is David Wilkes. I'm here to present the winners or the winner of the most consistent podcast. I'm with the forecast, so we had a show last night. Went pretty well. So here are the nominees, and we have Man Talk Mondays right out of the gate, Cats Talk Wednesday, Information Man Show, and Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. And the winner of the BS3 Network Award for most consistent, Man Talk Mondays.
Wow.
Knocking it out of the park.
Man, this show is rigged.
No, don't do that, man. Come on, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, John, any remarks?
He's on mute.
Unmute.
Leave him like that. Leave him on mute.
I just want to say that dreams do come true.
Bye, John.
He tickled himself.
Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for all the support again. I know we're it's funny because when you first start doing a show like ours, you're not sure how people will receive it. So you step out in faith and just let God be God. And that's what we are today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank God for Derek Smith, because he was the one who allowed us to receive the show. Because if it would have just been God.
Oh my God.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, we're gonna Dr. Selena, do you have something you wanted to say? You had your hand raised.
Oh, I just want to say thank you again. Love y'all.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's the secret weapon of the show right there, the producer.
We've been trying to tell y'all.
That's the secret
Here it
weapon
is.
right there. Get on that show and don't do right. She don't care if she know you or not.
I don't play about production. I play about a lot of things, but I don't play about production.
Good.
And if you don't say this is my final thoughts,
You
will be in trouble.
It might not be invited back.
But I bet y'all, a lot of y'all have started saying, and these are my final thoughts at the end of your show.
That's true. That's true.
John, why you had that pinky up like that when you drink? I don't understand that.
Go now, go. Let's
Because
do
he
it.
got that hat on.
Let's let me get to a couple of comments. We have Jamie says, shout out to King Doc, the baddest headhunter in the land. BS3 really is like that. And yes, the support is phenomenal. We got the one and only H-Rap, End of the Bench podcast. He says, good evening, family. And then we have one of our new shows. He says, hey, BS3 fam. That is Wise El Jefe. He comes on the Snowman in the morning, obviously. And he has his show, Wise El Jefe and Poppy J, which comes on Friday nights. And so he jumped into the comments as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a comment. Let us know your favorite show of this past year. All right, we're going to go now over to a very special award. This is the Loft Award, and we're going to kick this over to Pastor Dawkins.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pastor D.P. Dawkins. We are just honored to be on the BS3 network, and we thank you for all of the support of this network, family and friends. You can watch us on the Standing on the Word broadcast on every Sunday morning. I have the awesome task tonight of giving you the recipients of the Loft Awards. Now, you may be wondering what Loft stands for. It stands for Leaders of the Future Today, which is very important. This award will recognize extraordinary young people, and everyone should get excited about that because they are not just our future, they are our right now. These young people that we are about to introduce you to tonight, they demonstrate character, they demonstrate leadership skills, and they currently display all that embodies what is right in young people throughout society that we want to see. They clearly represent the future of the BS3 network, and BS3 has partnered with EnviroClean Systems and King Doc, thank you so very much, to recognize these individuals. And tonight's recipients will receive a $50 Amazon gift card. And the recipients of the Loft Award tonight are Ari Sutteriff and Messiah Mckenz. Let's recognize these individuals by giving them a big hand.
Yeah, Amy came back on for that, didn't she? Well, she jumped back on so quick.
Congratulations. Ari's been asking me because she's looking at the paper. What is RA a Messiah? What does that have to do with anything? What does that mean? That's why I keep going on mute because you keep asking me about it. But yeah, any remarks? You have any remarks that you want to give to? Remarks mean you wanna say thank you, or you want to say something to the group, and to the presenter, and to the award.
Can I say something like that?
Yeah, go ahead. It's your floor to talk. 2 minutes.
Just two.
Just two.
Two.
Just two.
And the clock started already.
Thank you everyone for this, and I'm really happy I get to be on the award show. And thank you, Daddy.
Aw.
You're welcome.
And I'm glad to get an Amazon card.
Yes.
Hey, tell the truth.
You already got some stuff you want to buy.
Prime card.
That adds on to this other card that she got. So she got
Yeah,
she got some Amazon bucks she's gonna be spending. All right. Amy, you want to say anything on behalf of Messiah?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was very surprising. That's why I jumped back on real quick. I had to do something real, and then I heard Messiah. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. He will really appreciate that on the behalf of him. We thank you.
All right.
This Loft, let me say a couple of things about this being. This is actually a concept that I started back in, let's see, probably about 2015 or 16 or something like that, and just hadn't done anything with it. But it was designed toward recognizing the youth and trying to recognize them and encourage them, right? You know, see, some people never aspire to greatness because they don't see greatness, you know, and I think we do a great job of displaying and demonstrating greatness on a regular basis. So there are a few people that I will be approaching on the network to see what we can do to further develop this Loft program, because I think the leaders of the future today is something that can be done for those kids that we touch, you know, whether it be in our ministries with Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, or those Overcomers Empowerment Ministries, or, you know, whatever shows or that may tune in to the Raising a YBK, whatever the case may be, or the Ari and Daddy show. Those youth that we touch, whether it be at our Juneteenth celebrations, maybe the Loft Committee does something different for those. So I want to develop this further, so over the years it grows and we can do something with it and get more youth involved in this sort of thing.
Definitely, and congratulations. And that is truly important. I think also that we recognize the youth now, and that also propel them and give them confidence and give them even more to be able to continue to move forward and do those dreams and those things that they want to do. So awesome. All right, let's go to our next award, which is the Best Sports Podcast. This one is special to me. That's where I got started in podcasting, was doing sports, and it just continued to grow from there. We're going to kick it over to the Executive Administrative Assistant, Irene Sutter.
Good evening, everyone. We are always as a team. This is my husband, Ben, and we are of the Suds R Us podcast every Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so we are here to present the nominees for the Best Sports Podcast.
And like my son said, this is category is very near and dear to my heart. I'm so proud of BS3 and his start and how he has grown. And this category is probably, to me, the most important category because it carries a lot of weight and a lot of responsibilities. And to be able to have the knowledge of sports and everything that's currently going on in different areas of sports, and also to be able to have guests that are qualified and bona fide commentators regarding their particular sporting event. So this is a very difficult, I guess, category, and those who were nominated had to be really on their game to be able to carry this particular category with the honor and the grace that was required and that we expected. So the nominees are
Lunch Break Sports Show, Hood Scout, The Real Deal, and Snowman in the Morning. And the winner is, drum roll please, The Real Deal. Congratulations, Courtney. I'm sure he's still on.
Thank you.
Any remarks?
Thank you. Appreciate it. As Ben said, it's an honor to be on the BS3 network and from the beginning. And it's something like you guys said earlier, it's tough sometimes you go do with life, and sometimes you just don't feel like doing a show, and you just jump on and you look at it, it's like, did I do well enough? Is everybody listening? Things like that. But you just continue to be consistent. And first and foremost, I want to thank God first and foremost. That's the most important in my life too. Secondly, I want to thank the BS3 network as well. Gotta thank my wife because she pushes me every single week. She said, you better do that show. You better do that show because you don't know who's going to be listening and everything else. So I got to shout her out. She's my manager, so I got to give her a big shout out. And also I got to thank the guests that come on each and every week. Without them and the fans, this wouldn't be possible. So thank everyone, and I thank everyone that and all the nominees as well.
Yeah, definitely. And with all of these categories, I wanted to say it was close. Some were close and some were not as close. But this particular category, there's so many heavy hitters in it. And I just wanted to talk about real quick. He's not on right now, but Hood Scout, which is a guy that I've known for quite a few years. He's heavy on the high school football scene. So when you see shows being posted, he's interviewing high school coaches, college coaches. He's very passionate about the youth. He wasn't able to be on, but just his growth, and that was the reason why he was kind of on this category. Snowman in the Morning comes on, and Courtney is one of the biggest things is that he's very consistent week in and week out. He's gonna do a show every single week. It doesn't matter if it's on audio, video, whatever it may be. He's gonna get the podcast out. And also women's sports. I appreciate how you push that because a lot of times women's sports sometimes get the back seat, and you definitely do a great job to push and interview people that are involved in that. So that is the Best Sports Podcast. The next category is Most Versatile Podcast. We're going to take that to John Yogi Lewis.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is comedian John Yogi, and I'm with the podcast Man Talk Monday. I'm here to represent BS3 Network. I'm here to present the BS3 Network Award for the most versatile podcast. Versatility is defined as the ability to adapt or be adapted to many different functions or activities. The podcast nominated in this category have no doubt displayed this critical attribute. And the nominees are Queen 3 and King, Suds Are Us, the Elevate Podcast, and the Information Man Show Podcast. And the winner is Queen 3 and King. Congratulations, guys.
Wow.
Oh, do you guys have anything to say?
Queens, you may speak.
First of all, you're not gonna get permission. But I would like to say, look at God, 2 years in a row. Just want y'all to see that.
Oh,
that versatile, 2 years in a row. We are honored. We want to thank God, our mother, for birthing the greatness.
That's a good one, Lee.
Not even sure if that's your mama or not.
Hey, chill out now. Chill out.
We just appreciate all the love and support. Like I said, we're blessed to be a part of a network that we call family. So thank you for the support week after week. You guys are the reason why we keep going. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's it. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank God. Thank you for my brother for really birthing the vision, and we appreciate it. And although he tried to tell us when to speak, he don't run nothing over here in the name of Jesus.
Yes, I would like to thank you guys as well for giving us an opportunity, first and foremost, to be on BS3 Network. And also, I give God all the glory because it could have not even happened the way it happened, but at least we're on the show and we're grateful for being on the show. And I appreciate being and King Dawk. Ooh, that was hard to come out of my mouth. But I appreciate y'all and thank you very much. And give God glory for all things.
Amen. All right, Doc, it's on you.
Nah, I'm good.
He good.
Thank
you, Ben.
Okay. All right, we're gonna come to another award, which is the best featured guest, and we're going to go to Amy Mckenz to present this award.
Good evening again, BS3 Awards, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is Amy, and I am the co-host of Raising a YBK along with my son, Messiah, who is unfortunately not able to be here tonight. But we are here to present the nominees and the winner for the best featured guest. Having guests on your podcast is a great way to put your show on the map. Not only does it draw in new audiences, but it also engages with your current viewers. So here are the nominees for the best featured guests. Man Talk Monday, featuring Pastor Rod. Cigar Chronicles, featuring Congresswoman Edie Bernice Johnson. Kicks and Bricks, featuring Omar Epps. And Marriage is Real, featuring Latoya Carter Gilliard. And the winner of the best featured guest goes to, long pause, Man Talk Mondays, featuring Pastor Rod.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. right, I just wanted to say, when we, you never know how God would do things, because we had a vision the show going a completely different way, and he got on and was a really big blessing to people. And ultimately, with Man Talk Monday, all we're trying to do is be a blessing to people and leave them with something. We give God all the glory for this, because we just ultimately we want him to have his way. So we want to thank God. We want to thank BS3 for giving us the opportunity to have somebody on like that. But we ultimately give God all the glory. Because we have some plan one way, we don't fight him when the train starts going another way. We just get on.
That's what's up.
Derek, Selena.
Derek or Selena? Oh, there you go.
I just want to say, as far as Pastor Rod, the calls, the messages, and everything that we got following that show was phenomenal. Our brand is really edutainment. We educate and entertain, and he was a huge blessing to a lot of people. Even till like a week after the show, people were still contacting us about Pastor Rod. So it's an honor to, for him to be honored like this. We appreciate it.
Yeah, let me just say the significance of this. In fact, I reached out to Derek and John, and I told them that I considered that show, with the feedback that I got from viewers, supporters, and the like. I said that to date, that was the most impactful show on BS3 network history. That's how serious I considered that show. And to beat out such heavy hitters as the legendary Eddie Bernice Johnson and Omar Epps, and such powerhouse names like that, that ought to tell you the impact of that show. And Pastor Rod, I mean, when I say he put it down in a real way for a subject that is near and dear to everyone's heart that is on this panel and more, it was strong and deserved the victory here.
Yes, that was heavy, but that hit men and women. It wasn't just a conversation for men; it was a conversation for women as well. And I agree with Doc. Just the heavy hitters on that list, Omar Epps, like you said, and Eddie Bernice Johnson. So, and Latoya Carter Hilliard, she is going to be co-host of Perspective, which will be coming up, like I said, Thursday. So,
Queen 3 and King didn't get nominated for that category because all we had was just AJ Jones and Mayhem Wilkes on. So we, I guess they didn't do that good.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop
it. This guy. We're going to go to our next award, which is Supporter of the Year. This one means a lot because we, as in BS3 Network, is nothing without the support of the viewers and the people in the chat and the people that are encouraged or inspired by what we're talking about. So this one is special, and I'm going to bring it over to Andre AJ Jones to present this award.
I am honored to have the opportunity to announce this award winner because I'm in agreement with you all. This is so important. My name is Andre AJ Jones. I'm with the Lunch Break, and I will be announcing the BS3 Network Supporter of the Year award winner. BS3 Network is built in part on love, encouragement, and support. And we are one of very few organizations who actually recognize our supporters. During our award ceremony, we have several individuals and organizations that support us throughout the year. However, there is one that stands out in the crowd. Here are the nominees for the Supporter of the Year. Theodore Harper.
Blue Streak Freak.
Don't do that.
There she go, man.
Josephine Killian, Overton Claiborne, Michelle Morton, and Keisha Walker. And this year's BS3 Network Supporter of the Year is none other than Keisha Walker.
remarks.
Hello. Thank y'all so much. Thank God, of course, for this. Honestly, I want to thank all of y'all. Honestly, everyone on BS3 Network, because it's been some rough times and been some rough days, but y'all have really made me come out of my shell a little bit more, and also got me to laugh out loud, and even when I was going through. So thank y'all so much for everything. I appreciate this.
Amen.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And just to touch on a couple of those people, Theodore Harper, she is a supporter of Queen, Through and King and The Forecast. She also jumps in other shows. But if you have a nickname, you special. You special if you got a nickname. So Blue Streak Freak is her nickname. You got to tune into the show so you can find out why that's her nickname. But she is also the sister of A-Trap. So A-Trap, and shout out to A-Trap. A lot of these supporters and a lot of these different people, when he shares out the shows to his group, and a lot of people come in and support, and we cross promote each other. So that's why we talk about In the Bench so much. And that's why he talks about his show.
You can't, I think that speaks volume, not only about BS3, but about A-Trap and the End of the Bench Forecast and Built for This network. We're supposed to be rivals. We supposed to be competitors, but that ain't how we get down. We support those who are in the same line of work. They need something, we giving it to them. You need us on your network, we giving it to them. You need a blueprint at how we do this, we giving it to them, because there's enough for us to go around, to be perfectly honest. And you get because you give. So it can't be said enough. And A-Trap technically could be put up for Supporter of the Year every single year, because that dude spends time promoting BS3 Network almost as much as AJ Jones does on the Lunch Break Sports Show.
John, you got something you want to say?
I just want to say to Keisha, you been in the shell? Girl, you've been cuckoo since the day you came on. Since I met you, you've been cuckoo since then. I just want to know, when was you in the shell? Where is the shell at? Is what I want to know. And do we call that a shell? What you? Because I don't remember no kind of shell you've been in. That's just me though. That's just me.
Oh my gosh, leave me alone.
Well, Keisha and I cut our teeth, let's just say, in the same ministry. And one thing we were taught, one thing we were taught is you don't never look like what you're going through. And this whole tears of a clown thing, that's real, so she just, again, fake it till you make it sometime. And with this trophy, she done made it. She not only know how to keep your chocolate chip cookies soft. She not only know that you put a slice of bread in there. It's real hood, but your cookie's gonna be soft.
So Theodore Harper, and then Josephine Killian, that is actually my aunt. And she is in the Sons of Us podcast every single Saturday. Shout out to her. I believe she is tuning in. I love you. And she is there every Saturday. First one probably in the comments. So thank you to Josephine Killian. Overton Claiborne, who's a entire network supporter. And I know what you're about to say, though.
Living Single. He was, he the super on Living Single, by the way. Y'all know who he is.
But he pops in all the time. If it's a show that he's interested in, he'll pop in. He'll say what's up. Not just my show, but a variety of shows that he's been supporting.
A lot of shows.
Michelle Morton, which was nominated by Cats Talk Wednesdays, that's their biggest supporter. And again, we took these nominations from you guys. That was the biggest part. And then Keisha Walker, once she jumped in and she figured out that we existed, she was all over every single show, and she gonna post something edgy. She gonna put, and if you read it out loud on the air, you better read it before you read it out loud on the air. There's gonna be some words in there. You'd be like, "What? Did I say that out loud?" Hopefully, my job not watching. But Keisha, once she came in, she has been a supporter the entire time. And like Doc said, we go back years, and she is the same person, just like Dawkins. He is the same person today, tomorrow, forever. They don't change. It's not an act. So thank you guys. Thank you to all the supporters. All right, we're gonna go to the next one, which is Funniest Podcast, which that's a big part of what we do here. We aim to make you laugh. If you're not laughing on one of the shows, then that's a problem. And also, maybe you may just not like laughing. That may be something, a personal issue that you may have. I don't know what to tell you about that, but you will laugh on every single show. The Funniest Podcast, and we kick it over to Grace Rabia Wood.
You know what? I hate that you left me for lost, because I've been sitting here drinking Jesus juice and trying to calm myself down. But, okay, yes, Jesus, like, I'm sorry, like alcoholless Jesus juice. There's no alcohol in it, you know. But
Andre was about to say something.
Okay, so everyone, I am Grace from the Life Happens podcast, which is on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It has been said that laughter is the best medicine, right? Well, the shows in this category have us in danger of an overdose. I am here to announce the winners. Oh, no, not the winners, the nominees and the winner of the Funniest Podcast. And yeah, the nominees. Queen 3 and King, Man Talk Mondays, The Forecast, and The Padula Show. Yes. And the winner is, I don't want to say it's y'all, because I'm tired of you. I mean, I support you, but God, really? Guess who? Just guess.
Man Talk Mondays.
Man Talk Mondays.
Man Talk Mondays. Woo!
They're gonna be like Lionel Richie that one year. Outrageous.
They're the Golden State.
And John, you're not allowed to speak again. Can somebody else speak, please?
Just let me say this.
Listen, I speak.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say I think John is the reason why we got the Funniest Podcast, because he's a fool. But he sometimes comes with the truth through the foolishness. So I do appreciate that, because, you know, he's our comic relief when topics are tough. And so I do want to, you know, give him his flowers, I guess.
Oh, thank you, Selena. Right. But y'all have to understand this. Because if I'm not funny, Selena will fire me. I just want y'all to know. I don't care. Hey, Selena was like, jump funny right here. If I'm not funny when she tells on command like that, she will fire me. So I just want y'all to know. I just make it look like this, but Selena's behind us pulling the string. So thank you guys. And this award means a lot to me, because I'm by me being a comedian, I take a lot of pride in this one. So I'm gonna take this one. Y'all can have the other ones. I'm gonna take this one.
Yeah.
Can I jump in?
No, Mickey, you cannot.
Go ahead.
John, I was gonna actually give you a little props this time. He's like a big brother that you didn't want. He loved the Lord, but you can't tell. He do, but he's hilarious, but he comes with the truth. John has helped me through a couple situations, so I appreciate you, John. And y'all deserve this award. So shout out.
Yeah. And I'll say this about Man Talk Mondays too. The minute that you jump on the show, you're gonna laugh from the jump. It don't matter if it's the first minute or the last minute. You're gonna laugh at some point in time in that show. Yeah. And that is truly who they are. And John, you know, Derek normally kind of lobs it up, and then John normally dunks it. 360 dunks it, and then he got another joke to go behind it. So it's truly the funniest podcast for this.
If I say coming off the top rope, everybody know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Except for me.
Good.
That's enough for you to know.
You don't want
it. I said except for me.
Yeah.
But
congratulations, Derek and Selena.
Go ahead. I think she said.
I said congrats, Derek and Selena.
Wow.
Thank you, Alicia.
Wow.
What about John?
I would expect that from Alicia. She know we got history, so no big deal.
So these different shows, Queen, Three, and King is hilarious. Obviously, Doc's on it, and Doc's gonna pick on his sisters. Whatever opportunity he get, that's funny. And then some of the looks that Alicia makes, some of the looks that Mika makes, and then Nicole still. Nicole phone dropping is funny along by and then we already talked about Man Talk. The forecast is just organic. Like when we tell the story of none of us knew each other as a complete group. Like I knew all three of them, but the three of them didn't know each other. So the way that whole thing started and the way that show continues to go is completely organic. It is not scripted at all. You know, we got notes, but last night is a prime example. We didn't get through half the notes because the documentary was so impactful, but we had just attacked things in a comedic way, in a completely different way you haven't seen before. So those are my brothers, the forecast. And then the Padula show, his show's mainly on YouTube. It's kind of dad jokes, kind of sometimes funny, sometimes you gotta act like you're laughing. But he is a part of this group. He is a part of this group, and he's a comedic podcast, so he was included there. All right, so the last one of the day, of the night, I should say, is a podcast of the year. And it is an honor to present this award. I'm the one presenting this particular award. But congratulations to all today's nominees and winners. There is no BS3 network without you. And I truly mean that. Each and every one of you guys, those that are on, those that are not on right now, I appreciate you because you took a chance to join this network. Because anybody that's been in this podcast game, Courtney knows, we've been on different networks and stuff does not work out. People say they don't do what they say they're gonna do. People they don't support you. They don't give you the tools. And so for me, for you guys to join, and that's why I really put my all into it. And kind of what Doc said, people that are not a part of the network, they want to know, hey, how'd you start the Roku channel? How'd you do this? How you do that? I have no problem sharing because it's not just my information. You know, God gave it to me. He downloaded it into me, or it was ideas from some of you guys. So this podcast of the year means a lot. And the nominees, and I'm gonna go down to each nominee. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them. The nominees, the first one is the forecast. I'm on it, so I'm gonna nominate it. The forecast, which I think just the quality of show that we do and the way that we talk about films, you could be tuning in and we could be talking about something completely not about the film, but it ties in. And we always go back to the King Kong, but not King Kong. We always go back to Godzilla. We somehow made that become a
civil rights movie.
Civil rights movie, right? Movie. So I mean, that's what we do. Hood Scout. The growth that this guy has had from the beginning to now. He had no experience podcasting. He did have radio experience, kind of like producing, but he really didn't have a mic. He didn't know how to use certain things. But his growth from there to now, he was nominated because just of the greatness that he can get to, but also the greatness that he's doing right now, and every step of the way. Queen, Three, and King, every single week, giving you the comedy, giving you the real talk, giving you the word on the street, giving you siblings just going at each other. That's we all been there. We all got family. We all score on each other. So that's that. The Real Deal. We kind of talked about him, but the consistency of his show, the way he presents the show, the way he's also grown as well. We've all grown. The way he's also grown and continue to come with guests every single week. That's not easy because he does work a full-time job. So you got to reach out to people at different times. You got to schedule people. If people don't show up, you got to freestyle. It's happening all the time. People on the day, people don't show up. So The Real Deal, Man Talk Mondays. Once again, we talked about them a lot tonight, but they have been, and like I said, a lot of shows have joined this past year, but they have been one of the best shows that have joined. Quality, the comedic value, and really just being sometimes some uncles that need to tell you the truth. Sometimes being a father if you don't have a father telling you the truth. Sometimes being that drunk cousin that just want to tell you the truth. So, I mean, you give you all of those kind of all in one. But that's Man Talk Mondays. And then Life Happens, which is also nominated for Podcast of the Year. Grace and Kim, and this the variety of guests. And I need to shout out a couple of people. Brian Jones. Whenever he's on the show, it is something real that's going to be said, and you would be like, "Ooh, that hurt," but he could tell you right up. Felicia Washington, which has been coming on the show, and then also you have a variety of different guests. But I think TMI Tate, he was on a couple shows. But the way the show has progressed, it started out as a spiritual show, and then went into relationships. And the Dear Grace aspect of that show is A1, because that adds a completely different value to it. So those are the nominees and the winner of Podcast of the Year. Go ahead and do a drum roll, yes. Just been waiting to do that all night. Man Talk Mondays. Podcast of the Year remarks.
I just want to say I've never lost more sleep than I did while the voting was going on. Queen 3 and King would not stop. Because they wouldn't stop, we couldn't stop. So this was hey man, listen, I want first of all, I want to thank all the nominees, man. All you guys have great shows, and let's continue to push each other so we can all be better. I want to thank God for you guys. I want to thank God because you guys make us better. Y'all pushed us to a place to where we didn't know we could go. So, and I thank you. I thank you guys for the competition. But most importantly, man, I thank you guys for being brothers. So,
that's what's up, man.
And sisters.
Run me my money.
No, I just said brother. Hey, but I want to say this. Derek is the guy, the thought engineer that put this all together, man. This award is for him, man. He's the visionary behind it. And I just want to let him know how much I appreciate him and what he does.
All right.
Let me just say, first of all, it's an honor. We started this journey over 2 years ago, and John and I have always had great conversations, and it was like, we need to have these conversations like on air, on Facebook. And if you ever go and see the very first show we did, I tried to get him on Facebook Live, and we couldn't get him. So I was sitting on Facebook Live, and I had my phone in my hand with him talking on it. In the first show, that's how we did it. But just over the course of time, you know, God allowed us to add different elements, the visual, and then my wife producing, and the whole nine. And we're proud of what we've become so far, but we're going to keep pushing the envelope, trying to get better, pushing for greatness. So it's a blessing to be in this network and let that greatness happen amongst such great people, like you said. So we appreciate y'all. God bless.
Appreciate you. All right. Selena, did you want to say anything?
I think she eating that dessert.
Not eating dessert yet. But thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all allowing me to be in the background because I'm a background chick. But I appreciate all the love and support, and I appreciate all the other shows as well, because it really does feel like a family here. And so thank y'all.
Yeah. Yep. And that is the awards for tonight. Podcast of the Year, the biggest one. And Selena, Derek, and John just sharing out those links, sharing out the voting poll. And so I urge everybody next year to share it to everybody you know. And that's how the votes are gonna continue to increase and get up. And then I'll say this too. So we'll get to some final remarks, closing remarks. Those of you that want to start a podcast, and I've said this numerous times, do it. Don't overthink it. Don't think, well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know. I don't have the equipment. And I'll tell this story. I was in my closet doing the first podcast that I did on my laptop, sitting on the floor. So like, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Start where you're.
So you're out of the closet now?
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that. But you just start. Yeah, you were there. You were there running in and out of the closet. But yeah, you remember. I remember. But start where you can start. There's various platforms. Anchor, StreamYard is free. Restream. There's so many different platforms you can use. And if you want to join BS3 Network, get with me, get with Dawkins, get with our executive assistant, and we can all help you get to where you want to go. And I don't say that just because I want you to join the network, because you don't have to. I want to be able to help people be able to get their voice out there, and that's been my goal and my mission. So final remarks, we'll take it over to Irene.
Wow. I really am proud of all of us. We are a group that's really making things happen. And to think that my son, oh my God, I am so proud of him. I'm sitting here like almost in tears. Like, you guys are all, wow. Much younger than me. You don't see my gray hair, but anyway, I am so proud of you, Trey. I'm putting the spotlight on my son. I am so proud of you and what this has become. So, I'm in your corner. Whatever you need me to do, I am there. We are there. Okay. So, God bless you, BS3. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
He already is. But anyway, he gonna keep his hand been on you a long time, son. So I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you all. Thank you for making this happen.
If you call her Irene again, we're gonna have a problem. I just know that.
I think you should just end it just right there with that speech. Nobody say anything.
He know the deal.
Yes. Your family are your biggest support, is my biggest supporter. I can't speak for anybody else, but my biggest supporter, my parents, my uncle, which if you ever get to talk to him, you'll be on the phone for about 4 hours. You might have to plug your phone into the charger. But he's a big time supporter of this network as well. So my family has always been there through and through. So Dad, I don't know if you wanted to say anything.
No, Mom said it all. Well, like Courtney say, drop the mic,
Right. All right. Doc, final remarks.
Each show should be proud of what you're doing. If you knew how many people come to me, and some of you have referred people to me who wanted to, get a podcast and whatnot, and I talk them through it and kind of give them some, and they fall off just when it comes to putting together a 30-minute sample show, and they bow out and they're like, it ain't gonna work out, so what you put together every week, and Ben and I are not shy about, coming with suggestions or, things that, we think may improve your show or whatever, and you receive that well, so again, I am definitely proud of every single show that we have on here, and all I can do is say, keep on keeping on. And hey, next year, Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, we already got a stage, We already got a podium. We already got some places to sit, and we already got the Jesus juice. So it may be the natural location for our 4th annual and first in-person BS3 Network Awards. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we will open it up real quick as we round it out. Anybody want to make any comments? 2 minutes. Going once. Going twice.
I would like to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just jump in, but I would like to say I'm sorry for breaking down like that. But thank y'all for everything that y'all have done. Thank you for bringing me onto this family as well. And like Ben said, thank you for never changing up. You know, that's always been an issue, you know, when you think about people like, okay, well, I haven't talked to this person in so many years, but thank y'all for being the same people, Ben and Dawk. I don't really know everybody else too well. I'm trying to get to know everybody, but thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the smiles, you know, and of course, you know, and I'm not saying that I was in a whole shell, but thank you for making me talk, if that makes sense. So I just appreciate everyone on this show, everybody, and everything that you bring. So I just wanted to say thank you.
John said you was in a nutshell when you was gone. He didn't say it out loud. He typed it to me.
I actually heard everything John said. Thank you very much. And he did not say that. Let's try.
Ben, I want to jump in real quick. One thing, that's not what John said. You know, I'll put him out before anybody else. Or Selena, I'll let Selena put him out before anybody else. But during this last week or so, our family has been going through a time of trial and tribulation. So we want to thank y'all for praying for us. But we also want to give people their flowers while we're here. So we just want to thank you for supporting our show and supporting what we do and who we are and supporting the whole network. Like like everyone else in the podcast says, we are family. So we appreciate you for being who you are, for your support and for your love and for your prayers, because prayers is what bring us through as we go through day to day. So, and we want to thank you just for being nominated, because this year just to be it's an honor to be nominated, because it is fantastic shows that come through this network. I'm like, shoot, if we get nominated, that's enough. So we appreciate the nominations and the love and the support. So I want to thank y'all for being our family and being our prayer line and being our support. And that's it.
Yeah. And we're continuing praying for you guys as well. All right. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. There's no other remarks. The 3rd annual BS3 Network Awards has concluded. Thank you for the nominees. Thank you for those that were presenters. And, you know, my mom reaching out to all of you guys. Thank you guys for stepping up. And for those of you that weren't able to do it, I know you had other commitments. So thank you guys for doing that. A couple other last quick comments. We got Jamie says, great show. Shout out to Ben for the vision, continued success and blessings. And then A-Trop saying congrats to everyone. So it will be bigger and better next year. And next year? I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, let me hand them out because I want to get.
You can do that. That'll be your job. That'll be your job.
That one, so I'll be able
Yes.
to hold it this time.
Yes. So we thank you guys. Have a great night and continue to check out the shows. Tomorrow we have Cat Talk Wednesday on demand. We also have Drawing a Blank, Life Happens. Cigar Chronicles a little bit on a hiatus, but they'll be coming back soon. So thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thursday, first time ever. Thursday, first time ever. Thursday, first time ever. Right after Elevate, we have Perspective.
Yes.
With Keisha Walker, Latoya, and Eric Butler.
All right. See you guys. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
God bless
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
God bless.
You blessed.